Hi everyone. Sorry. Trying to set this camera. All right. Welcome back to another episode of Conversations with Pucho. This time, I want to talk about the Brooklyn Nets and Kevin Durant. Everyone knows the drama, the saga, everything that was going on. Um, if you guys remember, if you subscribe to my channel and watch my videos, like I made a video named advice to the Brooklyn Nets owners and NBA owners and stuff. Like, like enough is enough. Like, don't let these superstars like take over after they sign a contract and you waste all your time and all your assets investing in them, and then they just want to trade and want to leave. That's unacceptable. You can't do that shit. So anyway, so my predictions were in another one of my videos was that it was going to be the Brooklyn Nets versus the Golden State Warriors in the finals for the championship, and that would be epic, and everybody would want to watch that to see if Kevin Durant could actually do it against the man that helped him get it. I mean, vice versa, he helped Stephen Curry get it too. Don't get it twisted. They helped each other. It was great. But anyway, I knew it. I said it, and I'm very happy for the owner of the Brooklyn Nets, Josiah, I think his name is. Congratulations. You are a boss. You have balls in different area codes because you put your foot down. You didn't allow yourself to get bullied, get your company, your business bullied by an individual that you have under contract and are paying millions of dollars, you know? So, good job. I hope all the owners out there take a look at this and follow by example. Also, when the new CBA agreement comes, these players ain't going to have that no more. Believe you me. David Stern. Is it David Stern? No, he's dead already, I think. Anyways, the commissioner of the NBA, he's going to put his foot down and he's going to put rules and regulations that if you sign a contract and you want to get away from it after you sign it, even if it's like 2 years later and you still got 2 years left, extreme harsh penalties. Like, for example, if you have 2 years left on your contract with $60 million left, 30 per year or something like that, right? And you ask for a trade and you get traded, you get traded. However, you're going to lose $30 million. Like that. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You want to get out after you sign the contract? Guess what? You'll only be honored that out of the 2 years, that 1 year. So whatever team you go to, all they have to pay you is that 1 year, which will make it easier for the team that owns the right to you with their contract on you that you signed to make a trade for some really good assets, because the other team would be able, because you will not be owned $60 million for 2 years. You will only be owed $30 million. And then that other team has the right to pay you whatever they want to for that other year. Like, if they feel like giving you, okay, it would be nice and we'll give you the 30 million, but you have to sign an extension. That's the only way. If not, that's like bypassing the rule. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way. If not, the other team, they'll have you for that 1 year because you already lost $30 million from the 2 years. You get it? So the other team would have you for only 1 year, but it's $30 million, and then like they'll have you if you sign an extension. If you don't sign an extension, you don't agree to that, they won't even trade for you. So you're screwed. And on top of that, if you ask for a trade and nothing happens, just for asking for the trade, for those $30 million that you owed for that year on that current team that you signed a contract with, then you'll be penalized for asking for the trade and trying to dishonor your contract. You'll be penalized $10 million. And you'll still be part of the team because you didn't get traded. You'll still get paid $20 million, but guess what? You're not getting paid $30 million no more. You're getting paid only $20 million. You lose $10 million, just like that, just for asking to get traded. Yep, the CBA. After you guys worked so hard for it, the old school heads that worked so hard to get all these rights, all these player rights, all this player empowerment, thanks to these new guys like Kevin Durant, James Harden, Ben Simmons. Thanks to these guys and other guys, because they're not the only ones that have done it. That's it. All the hard work you worked for, gone. Just like women, when they fight for their women's rights, because they want to have good paying jobs and the same rights as men to go to the same schools, to get the same high education, to be able to work wherever, just like men do and everything, and they got all those rights. And if, like, all of a sudden, those rights are taken away. Like that. Like a man comes in and he says, well, I want to work here too, but I'm a woman. I'm not a man. I label myself and identify myself as a woman. So I want to come in here into this sport, or I want to come in here into this company that is all based on women or whatever, but I'm going to take it away from them and they can't say nothing because I identify as a woman. What are you going to say? Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm-hmm. Sucker. You want to fight for that? Fight for it now. Same shit, you know? So anyways, the NBA season is going to be very exciting. So many good teams out there with Memphis, and Dallas is like a beast. With Hardaway Jr., Luka Doncic, Dinwiddie. Who else they got? Oh, they got so many good players. It's like it's ridiculous, you know, like them, Boston now getting better. You know, and of course, Milwaukee is Milwaukee. The Lakers might get better because it's not over yet. You know, they might land this guy from the Utah Jazz, Mike Conley Jr. They might land him. Yo. So it's very interesting, but all that being said, I still consider the Golden State Warriors to have the edge coming out from the West, even though it's going to be way harder and tougher. But they still have the edge because even though they lost good key players like Gary Payton II, right? Which he was really good. Like, I hate that they lost him because his defense is freaking amazing. And his athleticism, monstrous. But Kuminga is getting better. Wiseman is coming back, so they're going to have a true 7-foot center that could spread the floor and shoot mid-range, shoot the three, dunk, defend, and agile in moving. Young. Him, they add him. You know, like, you saw what Looney did in the playoffs? You saw how Looney destroyed Dallas with all those rebounds? And he even had a scoring night that had like 20-something points. One or two nights like that, and against Boston, Looney, not taking nothing away from him, but Wiseman is like 5 times more talented than Looney, and he's just hasn't even played an NBA full season yet. If he stays healthy, by the time it's all said and done, he's gonna be an all-star. He definitely has the capabilities of doing that. You know, Jordan Poole's gonna be better. Wiggins just said that his goal is to be Defensive Player of the Year. Is that scary or what? Defensive Player of the Year when he literally took Luka and took Tatum and whoever was the best players in the playoffs, took them down. And I don't want to say locked down loosely because they still averaged the points they did, but the percentages is a big difference. This is what you got to pay attention to. The percentages dropped. Like, for example, if one of them was shooting 40% from the field against Andrew Wiggins' defense, they were only having like 30 something percent. That's a huge percentage drop. That tells you how good defensively he was. And he wants to be Defensive Player of the Year because he didn't even receive one vote this year as for Defensive Player of the Year when he was doing so good. He take it personally and he's gonna go for it. So, watch out because Golden State, even though every other team got better, they're getting Wiseman back. Young athletic, Kaminga's gonna be better. Poole is gonna be better. Excuse me, Wiggins is gonna be better. Curry's probably going to average more, and Klay Thompson is going to be better because last year, remember, he just came out of major surgery, injuries, and rehab, and he's finally back, and it was just his first year getting his feet wet after 3 years of a hiatus, something like that, you know? So this other year now coming up, he's going to be better and more efficient as well, and his legs and everything are going to be more under him, which means better high percentage shooting, better efficiency, and better movements speed from his feet, like in angles and all that stuff, to be able to keep up with his man and defend even better. So vertical, horizontal, however you want to call it, better. So if you got a better Klay Thompson, a better Jordan Poole, you got Wiseman in there, James Wiseman. You got motivated Jordan Poole because he's gonna be his contract year and all that stuff. And Wiggins, a lot of competition. It's not gonna be easy. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be very hard. It's gonna be harder competition than this year right now that just passed. But at the same time, they're gonna be so much better that it actually cancels that out. You get it? It's canceled out. Unless like a team makes like something crazy and has like like Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are coming back and they have a deep team and they're all great defensively. That's gonna be tough. You know what I'm saying? But then again, Luca almost took him out by himself a few years ago. If you guys remember that, young Luca. So the defense from the Warriors is no joke. Like in the whole year, they could be like pedestrian, and you'll be like, oh, they're third best in the league, and they still, even is pedestrian, they still third, fourth best in the league defensively throughout the whole year. But when the playoffs comes, any team, even if it's the number one defense in the whole year, the whole season, defensive team, the Warriors beat them in defense. They become the number one defensive team in the playoffs. That's what you call championship DNA. So that's why I say that they're going to be there again. And I say that Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets are going to be there because Kevin Durant, like, I don't know why he so foolishly wants to be traded when he has Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons, he has, what you might call it, Patty Mills, he has Seth Curry, he has like these other new pieces they landed, and Joe Harris, and like your team is so super super scorer stacked. Like you could beat anybody, including the Warriors, with that team, with you guys. Yes, they can. I'm saying it. I root for the Warriors, and I say the Warriors will win the championship. But I'm also saying it's going to be Warriors versus Brooklyn, and I will not be surprised if the Warriors lose to Brooklyn because Brooklyn's depth in that team is so deep, scoring from all angles and everywhere. If they manage to learn how to like each other and be unselfish and play within the system that Steve Nash produces for them. And that being said, that's why I say the Warriors are going to win because I don't think so. Too many egos, too many little. It's me. No, it's me. Oh no, it's me. No, my turn, your turn. Oh no, oh my God. Ah, it's too much. It's Steve Nash fault. It's Steve Nash fault. Steve Nash system is no good. All the defenses sucks. You should pass me the ball more. Why didn't you do that last play for me instead of him? All that shit. And the Warriors are gonna win because of that. The Brooklyn Nets are gonna eliminate themselves, basically. That's my prediction. And that's what I have to say on this video. Thank you so much for joining another episode of Conversations with Pucho. Please like and subscribe and share. and be blessed.